Good evening and welcome to Politics Tonight. I'm WGN-TV Political analyst Paul Lisnek, and this is our nightly look at politics around our city, state, and nation. Coming up tonight, the Democratic National Convention officially kicks off. We'll have live reports from our crew stationed in Charlotte, North Carolina. Illinois Senate President John Cullerton joins me on the show from the DNC. And a new satire about our former governor, Rod Blagojevich, hits Chicago this weekend. We'll talk to the actor of Blagojevich, or maybe we'll talk to Blago himself. You'll have to see. As always, we always want to hear from you with your questions, your comments. Our phone lines are now open at 877-358-CLTV. That's 877-358-2588.
Quadrennial National Convention of the Democratic Party will now come to order.
And there you have it, the 2012 Democratic National Convention officially underway. Florida Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz pounded that gavel about 4 p.m. Central Time today, announcing the start of the convention. Now, the convention's first night speakers include Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel. He's there. First Lady Michelle Obama. According to one of the Obama campaign officials, Mrs. Obama will tell a personal story about the president only she can tell. And just about 15 minutes ago, our governor, Pat Quinn, spoke at the convention. We want to give you a little short clip of what he had to say.
Tonight, I want to talk to you about a scary subject for many, many Republicans. I want to talk about facts. You know, I watched the Republican National Convention last week, and I heard a lot of things that are simply not true.
Well, there you have it, our own governor up there. Let's begin our convention coverage tonight on the DNC. We're heading now to WGN's Tom Negevin. He's live out at the Time Warner Cable Arena where the convention is in full swing. With any luck, you'll hear me. Tom, good evening.
Yeah, you know, I'm having a little trouble hearing you, Paul. It's a little loud in here, and I've got this cranked up just as much as I can. You're going to notice a little bit of a delay. We're everywhere throughout this convention. I'll tell you, we've got it staffed like you would not believe. 4 photographers, 2 producers, 3 reporters out here, and a lot of technical gear, but there are some things we can't overcome. So I'm hoping you'll bear with me. Democrats from Illinois fired up to overcome the Republicans, they say. We heard that message early and often today from the Illinois delegation. And hey, it's their turn. The Republicans had theirs in Tampa last week, and now it's the message after that message, I guess, the message to counter that message. And what Governor Quinn called in an interview with me earlier today a fib fest in Tampa.
Well, you know, Tom, of course, tonight is Michelle Obama, and just as Mitt Romney had his wife speak. Now, Ann Romney was up there to say we're the mothers, we're the sisters, we're the daughters, isn't it true? I think we'll get a different take from Michelle Obama, right? Tonight, more of a character witness for the president. What do you think?
You know, it's very interesting. It's a very interesting strategy, you know, the way it's being laid out in the media today, the way the White House has led us to believe this is going to occur, humanizing the president further, personalizing him, a story from Michelle Obama. Frankly, that could be extraordinarily compelling, and I can just imagine the way it would be received in this, room filled with 6,000 true believers. It's going to be fascinating, and as as we learned relatively late today, Mayor Rahm Emanuel and his family, Amy Rule and the kids, have been invited to the vice president's suite to listen in to what the first lady has to say tonight. And adding to that, we heard from the president. He's going to be watching it at home of the White House, arriving here a little later on. I think he said at a media availability earlier today, he's going to try not to let the girls see Daddy cry.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they're saying. That's going to be pretty emotional for him. Tom, I want to ask you, it's good to ask a reporter this question, not somebody who's there as a partisan person. They say the enthusiasm for the president, it's down all around the country. There's no hope and change feeling. What are you feeling as you walk through the aisles and see the people who are there at the convention? How much hope do they have for change?
Well, there's certainly a lot of that hope and change again, and we all in this industry do our best to be completely unbiased and nonpartisan and just observers in the truest sense of that word, and I really mean that. I'm not being facetious in any way. We do see a lot of jubilation here, and what I think is to a large extent, and I think this is shooting right down the middle, a democratic endeavor to overcome the feeling that there is a sense of, and I use this word deliberately, malaise right now in the wake of the Republican convention in Tampa and the enormous fundraising effort, the gargantuan fundraising that's been going on the GOP side, overcoming the Democrats 3 months straight. They feel like they've got something they need to come back from, and they have some work they need to do, that it's cut out for them. And I'll tell you, they're doing their darndest to do it. The Illinois delegation, far from an exception to that rule, more like the example. If you could have heard, or maybe you did hear some of the sound from my story earlier today, Lisa Madigan firing up the crowd over breakfast today, decrying the Republicans for blockading Democratic attempts at reforming the economy, education, immigration, health care, fighting the Democrats, she said, tusk and nail in the nation's capital. And when a few folks in the room didn't get the tusk and nail reference, she kind of went like this and said, come on, people, wake up, let's go, we got work to do. It's something to see, but some of it is certainly a contrivance because they realize the race at this stage, although no one's admitting it, is a lot tighter than any of them would like it to be on the Democratic side, right?
All right, well, Tom Negman, a busy night. Lisa Madigan fired up the troops. You've got me fired up for a great 3 days. We'll be following you while you're there. Stay safe, keep informed, bring us some souvenirs. We'll talk to you soon, my friend. All right, up next, Illinois Senate President John Cullerton joins me from the convention. So don't go anywhere.